Welcome again to our channel. Today I'm here with perfect weather conditions in Berka, in Germany, in my new RC club, and with the Epilogue. This one is the second Epilogue I have. It has less than 10 flights now, and I think that now that I have a new RC club, I have a brand new airplane, and the P23 and F23, they are coming. It's a great opportunity to answer some of the typical questions I received via my email or website, even here in YouTube, but also a lot in Facebook, about how I trim an airplane, or what are the mixes I consider more important, how I approach a new program, what are the things that I take into account or I look for before starting to practice a program. So I will go through very basic stuff, so that's why I think that maybe we can call this series like F3A Basics. I will go first of all for the trimming stuff. Maybe I will not go very deep into things like how to program a mix. We can talk about it maybe in future videos, but first of all I would like to just explain you what I'm going to do now, not because of the videos, but because it's a new airplane. Of course I have already 100 flights with the other Epilogue, so I know what I'm looking for in this one, but just share with you the mixes I am using, how I set up my dual rates, how I approach a new schedule, and if it can be useful for you, I would be super happy. And to do all this process together here in YouTube could be interesting. At least it will be fun for me, just to, as I'm alone practicing F3A here, at least I can share with you in everywhere in the world. Yeah, of course there are many ways to trim an airplane, and probably mine, it will not be the best one, but it's the one I use, and I'm happy to share with you, because yeah, I really think that it's very difficult if you're alone practicing F3A and you don't have anyone. I think that YouTube can be a great tool just to share with you all these conversations that you could have like with another F3A partner. And I was very lucky to have my father and other friends practicing with me when I was younger. But now, as I'm alone here in Germany, maybe it's a great opportunity. Yeah, just let me know if you think this is interesting. I will start with maybe basic trimming stuff, or also dual rates, and maybe after that we can just comment. You can just comment what do you think, and yeah, decide what will be the next chapter, and yeah, include you in this decision. So yeah, looking forward to it, and especially to fly again. So takeoff, and I will show you what things I take into account before starting even to practice. So, as I said in the previous videos, this is the second Epilogue, so it has less than 10 flights now, and yeah, for sure it's I'm starting with an advantage that I already know the incidence of the other one, the movement of my surfaces, so I feel already very comfortable flying this airplane. But things we need to check, or at least I think are very important to check, once you have the incidents more or less well set up, the mixes set up, what's the final how an F3 airplane should fly before starting to practice a program. Okay, well, at least what is very important for me. First thing, very obvious, but first thing which is very important, that your airplane is well trimmed in normal flight. You should be removing your hands, and the airplane should be flying straight. It's very important to find out which is the speed you are going to use during the flight, if you are going to fly very fast or slower like I normally do, and then trim with the minimum step of your trims. You can adjust in the transmitter the minimum step to do like a very fine tuning of your normal flight. Once you have this set up, the second thing I normally check is that my airplane goes up into a vertical line, completely straight without any mix. So I will go up now in front of me, I can perform like a roll, then let it there, and as you can see, it's going completely straight. Maybe it's difficult to see it with the GoPro. And then in the downline the same, perform half roll for example, leave it there, no hands, and there we go. This is very important. So normal flight, up and down. In my case, I prefer not to use mixes in the uplines, so I normally adjust with my hardware, let's say the incidences, the motor incidence, everything. I adjust it to go straight into the vertical lines without touching anything. You can perform roll and it will go straight, half roll, it will go straight, and that's the way I do this. And then in the downlines the same, with and without brake. Up, up. So it's going always straight. It's very important for me this, because then you don't have to worry about these little things. This is the first part I always check in my airplanes. It's the basics, no? I mean, common sense. Okay, later, another very important thing to set up after these basic, let's say straight lines, for me is the knife edge. Normal or regular knife edge. So how I do it is normally going towards me, or do like a close pass flybys in knife edge. So I can remove one hand and the plane will go, whoop, I touched the stick now, sorry. It will go straight. Then I will do it again, so closer, so I can see very well with this line, for example, if it's following the line. And then like this. See, it's following the line, very straight. So now rudder left, again, same, completely straight. Then I go this way, and completely straight. This is not as it comes. I have a little mix, and this is something you need to adjust. Let me know if you don't know how to adjust these mixes, because maybe you can make separate videos. But in this one I just want to be very basic, to do like a summary of the things I normally take into account. Of course, always at the same speed. It makes no sense that I do this test like this, like with no speed, because I should need I will have to adjust again the knife edge. You can see it. Of course, you can trim this not only to fly in your normal speed, and you will see now this one that it's pretty much well trimmed also to go at this speed, okay? But this is something like extra, it's not the basics. It's another trimming method that maybe in another video I can explain to, for example, do this kind of maneuvers. If you remember the last F21, we had to do like a complete Cubanate in knife edge. So then you can trim your airplane to do this almost straight with no inputs by yourself, which is very important, I think, to make things easier for you. But this will be another video. Then I check that the CG is well positioned again. There is multiple ways to see that. I remember that one that I'm normally using is I'm going 45 degrees up, then I do half roll and I remove my hands, and the airplane should be going down a little bit, never up. If it goes up, then the CG is the airplane is tail heavy. So first one, what I look into an airplane, that it goes straight like this. It's going straight in both knife edges in normal flight, and of course, and maybe the most important thing for me, that it's going straight in the vertical upline and downline, okay? Then I always have these mixes activated, always. It's not that I am activated only when I'm doing rolls or when I'm doing these maneuvers. It's activated all the time.
So about the mixes I'm using in this Epilogue, and it was the same for my Cosmic. I tried to set up very well my airplane. I mean the CG, the incidence, to go in the vertical line straight, and the rest I adjusted a little bit with small mixes. In this case, what I'm using is a mix to go down, as I said, 0.5%, which means nothing. But I try to be as close as, find the perfection in this case, to go straight in the vertical up lines and down lines. And then for the knife edge, only using rudder to elevator, no inputs in the aileron, so it's going perfectly straight. But I have a very small mix when I'm just doing the knife edge, to go down a little bit, so it goes to the canopy and I have a very small mix. It's even difficult to see it, but yeah, that's the mix I normally use. So when I apply rudder, the elevator goes down a little bit, and that's basically it. I mean, I don't have more mixes than that, but I have them activated all the time, all the time. So just again to summarize, no mixes in the upline, 0.5% in the downline, and I adjust of course the knife edge. And yeah, that's the basic setup of mixes I do, and that's the way I check. So again, thanks for watching, and very welcome to receive suggestions about other things you are interested and that maybe I don't think that are so, but yeah, if I see that there is a common interest and people asking for it, for sure I will try to bring it to the channel. Okay, thank you, ciao ciao.